guys, this is Ackleyattack4427 here with a brand new thoughts video for all of you guys, and, well, moreover, Happy Father's Day, everybody. So yeah, looks like it's that time of year again, where, of course, we celebrate everything revolving around, well, our dad, for sure, and yeah, probably by the time I'm recording this video, I've already got some things taken care of for my dad for Father's Day for sure. So I really do hope he likes the gift I got for him for sure. But of course, to any of my subscribers that are actually watching this video. Excuse me. So yeah, to all of my subscribers that are actually watching this video, I hope you are in for a real treat with this one, especially with your dad actually watching this for sure, because, yeah, what I'm about to give to all of you guys is definitely something great for sure. So yeah. And I guess ever since the last thoughts video that I did, where I talked about Suzumi for, of course, my 300th thoughts video for sure, I guess it's about time that we get ourselves to back to basics for sure in terms of new releases onto the big screen for sure. So yeah, I think it's well, I can't say of course that front for sure. So yeah. I definitely do need that gap in between Bad Boys Ride or Die, and of course this film we're going to be talking about here today to talk about Suzumi for my 300th thoughts video for sure. So yeah, and of course, quite fitting enough, I think it's about time that we finally get ourselves into talking about this one for sure. So yeah, with that being said. Yeah, it has been some time since we've actually dabbled into one of their latest films for sure. So I think it's about time that yeah, I think if anything, we've seen a lot of new movies released from big name studios for sure. But I think now's a good time to see the latest film officially from of course our good old buddies over at Disney for sure. So yeah, I guess stepping aside, of course, pretty much the theatrical re-releases that we got, of course, 3 of their films that made it onto a Disney Plus, which is actually quite fitting because this latest movie I'm going to be talking about that Disney has finally put out for sure. It's also given to us from their partner in crime for sure, Pixar. So. Excuse me, so yeah, I guess it's actually quite fitting. I guess stepping aside from, of course, the long-awaited theatrical releases of course, Pixar's 3 films that were released onto Disney Plus right around earlier this year for sure. I think it's about time that we finally get ourselves a new official release from Disney and Pixar for sure. And quite fitting enough, because, yeah, I guess it seems like since after last year didn't turn out so well for Disney for sure, for their 100th anniversary for sure, I think it'll be quite fitting to see on what they'll do to actually pretty much make a massive comeback for sure. And boy, I guess with this latest film I'm talking about here today, it is actually deserving of course, that massive comeback for sure. So yeah, I guess with that being said, I think it's about time that we finally dive right into Disney and Pixar's latest film that just came out. And interestingly enough, it is of course their pretty much the long-anticipated movie we have all been waiting for a long time now. So yeah, if you can't get the puzzle pieces together, I think you'll see, of course, what we're going to be in for today. So, but for those who don't, I think it's about time that we get ourselves into our little mind for sure, and delve into, of course, our own emotions that we actually have going on inside our head for sure. with, of course, Disney and Pixar's latest film that had just came out as of now, which is none other than Inside Out 2. So yeah, that's of course what we're going to be talking about here today, and boy, I'm really excited to talk about this one. And as you would imagine, it is of course not only the latest film that Disney and Pixar has finally released as of now, but it is of course the long-awaited sequel to their smash hit film from 2015, which is of course Inside Out. So yeah, it's pretty much what I can say, of course, that front. Alright then, so yeah, before I can go ahead and talk about this latest movie, I think it'll be quite fitting to talk about, well, the first Inside Out movie that came out beforehand for sure. So yeah, that's what I kind of figure we'll dive into right now. So yeah, if you want my full-on analysis on, of course, the first Inside Out movie, yeah, I guess if there's anything, what can I say about Inside Out that a lot of people haven't already for sure? It is surprisingly enough a really incredible masterpiece that Disney and Pixar has actually put out in for quite a long time for sure, let alone during the 2010 decade for sure, and yeah, I guess with of course what I've actually seen, they really pulled off such an incredible movie by far that is not only giving us a really great sense of joy, but is also pretty emotional and actually gave us some really heartwarming moments for sure. So yeah, I think it's actually quite fitting, of course, on that front, and yeah, even to this day, since after it first came out, Inside Out is, of course, still one of the best well-known Disney and Pixar movies that have actually been out for quite a long time for sure. So yeah, I guess it's safe to say, of course, that front. And sure, I will admit there are some things that have been done before with, of course, this movie with its story and ideas and everything, which kind of makes sense, seeing how the director of that film and longtime Pixar collaborator Pete Docter has actually directed a good number of movies for Pixar with stories and ideas that have been done before in other movies for sure. But the way he actually did it with those films, and especially Inside Out, actually did it in such a clever way that actually makes it new and good for sure. But yeah, I think it's what I can say on that matter for sure. But yeah, regardless on that, it's still a fantastic movie all the way. And I remember seeing this, yeah. Oh, excuse me. So yeah, I remember seeing the first movie ever since it came out exactly 9 years ago, and yeah, there's no doubt in my mind that I still, even to this day, absolutely love that said movie by far, and I definitely do think it's actually one, yeah, pretty much the one Pixar movie that is definitely on like my top 5 or top 10 for sure, because of how incredibly well done it is, but I can go as far as definitely say it's one of my favorite movies from 2015 for sure. So yeah, I think that's what I can say, of course, that front for sure. So yeah, I guess there's no doubt in my mind, Inside Out was a brilliant film back then, and it's a brilliant film now for sure. So yeah, that's of course what I can say, of course, that front. So yeah. And I guess ever since the movie actually came out, I, alongside many others, have actually anticipated a sequel to, of course, this movie for quite a long time for sure. Hell, even the first film actually did tease a sequel would actually come around for sure. So that'd be quite interesting in seeing, of course, what they'll do if they actually did confirm a sequel for sure, and what kind of a direction they're actually going to go for, and of course, what new ideas they can actually try to tackle for sure. So yeah, that's actually my biggest hope by far when I actually heard the news about the sequel for sure. So yeah. And of course, I remember when I first saw the trailers for, of course, this film for sure. I actually got myself really excited to actually see this film for sure, because yeah, there's a lot of strong possibilities that I do think can actually work quite well, and yeah, and I think if anything, I do think that since after what they've been through last year, maybe I think this year will, of course, be a real true comeback for Disney for sure, because yeah, for while I do like some of the movies they actually did put out last year, I will admit they really didn't score any, pretty much score anything big right around last year for sure. So my biggest hope by far is that they'll definitely make a massive comeback for sure. And well, I did manage to get myself in to see this movie earlier today for sure. By the time I'm recording this, as of now, all thanks to the kind people at Crown City Cinemas, as always. So yeah, mad respect for all of you guys for playing of the new releases for sure. And yeah, I did manage to get myself in to go and see this film for sure. And I guess since after I got back from, of course, seeing this film not too long ago, I know a lot of you guys may be wondering, what do I think of this movie now that I finally got the chance to see it? Well, I will have to say, yeah, I guess I will admit, pretty much, it did take us 9 years to actually wait on, of course, the newest Inside Out movie for sure, but I will have to say that the 9-year wait for sure was absolutely well worth it for sure. I really surprisingly enjoyed this movie all the way for sure. And yeah, I guess if anything, it's not only a really fantastic sequel all the way, but I do think is actually as good as the first Inside Out movie by far. So yeah, there's no doubt in my mind that I absolutely enjoyed this movie all the way. So yeah, that's pretty much what I can say on, of course, that front. Alright. Alrighty then, so yeah, now that I've actually got the short version out of the way, I guess I'll go ahead and talk about everything that I need to talk about with, of course, this film. For starters is, of course, the story, and with, of course, what I've actually seen, I really am quite amazed with, of course, the story for, of course, this movie for sure. Not only bring in some new and creative ideas that they actually want to put into it for sure, but also keep pretty much keep on going with with the themes and ideas of course, the first film actually did, and the way they actually did it is just absolutely incredible. I really got myself engaged with, of course, everything that goes on for sure, and of course, some ideas and stuff they actually put into, of course, this one. I definitely explored the whole Haga for sure, and I really do get myself really intrigued with everything that goes on while the movie was going for sure. That's how great it is for sure. So yeah, I guess if anything, I really do admire, of course, what they did with the story by far, and the way they actually did it is just really incredible for sure. That I really do think actually is quite amazing for sure. So yeah, that's of course what I can say for, of course, the story for, of course, this film. Now for another aspect, which is, of course, the writing, I have to say. yeah, I will have to say right now, I really do get myself fully invested with, of course, the writing for sure. I do think it's actually very well crafted with, of course, what I've actually seen, and I really love, of course, the way it's actually written out to help flow along with, of course, everything that goes on for sure. Like if there's pretty much a really great moment that makes you pretty much gets you intrigued with everything that goes on. This film actually does do that. When pretty much an emotional scene wants to happen, it does do exactly that. So yeah, I really do admire, of course, what they did with the writing for sure. That really got me quite intrigued with, of course, everything that goes on while the movie is progressing for sure. So yeah. And of course, for one thing, I will have to bring up the comedy. I will have to say now, I mean, it's no big surprise, of course, that front. The first Inside Out movie did have pretty much some funny comedic moments for sure, but they didn't focus on that a whole lot and wants us to get ourselves invested with the emotional and heartwarming stuff for sure, which I really do admire for sure. While in the second film, yeah, they really did keep up with, of course, the emotional moments for sure, which I really do admire, but they really stepped it up a bit with the comedy for sure, and that's something I really do admire for sure. Everything that actually goes on for sure, I actually did get a huge laugh for sure, and yeah. Surprisingly enough, yeah, a good number of funny moments they actually put into, of course, this one. They are legitimately funny for sure, so yeah. Man, I never thought I'd see the day that an Inside Out sequel will actually have some really great comedy for sure, but they really nailed it for sure, so yeah, I guess that's probably what I can say for, of course, the story, the writing, and the comedy for those aspects in a nutshell for sure, so yeah. It's pretty much what I can say, of course, that front. Alright. Alrighty then, so yeah, now that I've actually got those out of the way, I guess I'll go ahead and talk about the next couple of things I need to talk about for sure. Now, I guess for starters is, of course, the characters, and yeah, there's no doubt in my mind that the characters in this movie, yeah, they are surprisingly very likable and interesting for sure. I really do admire, of course, what they've actually pulled off for, of course, the characters, and plus they are actually developed very quite well for sure, and actually give us some really intriguing pretty much problems and flaws that they need to tackle upon for sure, and how they're willing to overcome them for sure, and yeah, that actually does make us want to root for the characters a whole lot more for sure, so yeah. And of course, pretty much if anything, the old characters that we know in the first film, like of course, pretty much joy, sadness, anger, fear, and disgust, yeah, I definitely do think they actually have grown a whole lot ever since the first film for sure. And I really do admire, of course, what they've actually had to go through with everything that goes on inside Riley's mind for sure, to which, that's another thing too, I really do admire on the growth and development that Riley is actually given into, of course, this film, pretty much similar to, of course, the first film for sure, so yeah, and of course, pretty much if anything, the new characters that we actually got, which are of course anxiety, envy, embarrassment, and ennui. Yeah, I will have to say, yeah, I think they actually are incredibly well done for sure, and they actually do serve as pretty good antagonists for sure. They didn't play out as being full-on villains for sure, because yeah, pretty much both of these Inside Out movies would never go that route for sure, but they actually do make really good antagonists for sure that I can easily really do connect with for sure, So yeah, that's pretty much what I can say for, of course, the characters for sure. And I haven't even listed all of them for sure, because again, I don't want to give away any spoilers for sure, because that would be rather douchey of me to actually do that for sure. So I usually keep my thoughts videos spoiler free for sure. So yeah, that's of course what I can say for, of course, the characters for sure. And as of course for all the actors that came on board to play all these characters, yeah, there's no doubt in my mind. I think they pulled off some really excellent performances for sure. I really got myself investing, of course, the delivery they actually give to their acting for sure, and plus pretty much with their style to help match the personalities with, of course, the characters. I really do get a good grasp on for sure, and I really do admire, of course, what they've actually done to make the characters actually all the more likable for sure. So yeah, I guess there's no doubt in my mind the acting by far is definitely really incredible for sure, and I really love, of course, what they've actually done for sure. So yeah, that's of course what I can say for, of course, the characters and the actors, and of course this movie for sure. I really do admire, of course, what they actually done with both of them for sure, that I can really get myself fully invested on for sure. So yeah, that's pretty much what I can say, of course, that front. Alrighty. Alrighty then, so yeah, now that I've actually got those out of the way, what else is there for me to talk about? Actually, quite a whole lot for sure. Yeah, and I guess seeing how this is a Pixar movie by far, I think we should definitely talk about the animation for sure, and I will have to say the animation they actually pulled off, and of course this film, yeah, much like the first film, it is absolutely brilliantly well done for sure. I really love, of course, what they did with, of course, the animation by far to make this film look incredible for sure. And I really love the really great amount of effort they actually put off to make the animation great, and it really does show up for sure. The way the characters are designed to, of course, the brilliant world inside Riley's mind that actually gives off that incredible world building, yeah, that incredible world building for sure, to even pretty much the nice usage of color for sure, to actually making all the more incredible for sure. That actually does make it absolutely amazing by far, and plus I really do admire the really nice different styles they actually incorporate in to help blend in on everything that goes on for sure. Now, normally I think it could be either a good thing or a bad thing in most other movies for sure, but here it actually does work quite well for sure, and I really do feel like they actually are in that mindset with, of course, our main characters for sure. So yeah, even the visuals and the effects, I have to say, are actually brilliantly well done for sure. That actually does help blend in with everything else going on with the animation for sure. That I really do admire in such a way that I just couldn't get enough of for sure. So yeah, that's of course what I can say, of course, that front for sure. So yeah, and of course for the film's pacing, and of course its towing atmosphere, I definitely do think it actually is brilliantly well done for sure. There are a good number of some really upbeat moments that actually does go by really quick. But thankfully not too quick for sure. But still actually works quite well for sure. And even some nice slow moments that help calm ourselves down for sure. That again, I couldn't help but admire, of course, what they actually done for sure. So yeah, that's of course what I can say on of course that matter for sure. So yeah. And and of course, the direction in this film, to which I should bring up right now, seeing of how Pete Docter is, of course, not attached to direct this one. They actually did bring in Kelsey Mann, who is now directing this film, to which it's actually no big surprise because based on my research, he actually did contribute a whole lot to most of the other Pixar movies pretty much in the past, and he actually did some work for shows on Cartoon Network for sure, to which I will say, I think for his first film that he actually directed for sure, well, I mean, technically it's not great by all means, but it's not terrible either. I definitely do think Kelsey Mann actually is actually giving off some pretty good direction for sure that I really do admire for sure. So yeah, it's not by all means great as Pete Docter for sure, but I really do admire his effort to actually make this movie good for sure, and yeah, I guess in the end, really is incredible for sure, and I really do love the commitment he actually did to work with this material given to him for sure to make this movie work for sure. So yeah, that's of course what I can say of course that front. So yeah, and of course the cinematography in this film to go alongside the animation, I do think is actually really great, with some really good camera shots they actually put into, of course, this one to actually make this movie look great for sure. And I really do admire what they actually accomplished for sure. So yeah, and of course, the A-ing, I have to say, is cut up perfectly for sure, as a good number of cuts actually do flow out quite well with the film's atmosphere, tone, and pacing that I actually brought up beforehand for sure. So yeah, that's what I can say, of course, that front for sure. Yeah, all those that I've actually mentioned by far, yeah, I will have to say, they are brilliantly well done, I will have to say. I really do admire, of course, the hardworking effort they did to make this work for sure. So yeah, it's pretty much what I can say, of course, that front. Alright, so I guess with all that said and done, that's pretty much everything that I can say, of course, this one for sure. So yeah, overall, yeah, I guess there's no doubt in my mind that Inside Out 2 is without a doubt a really spectacular and yet entertaining movie by far, and certainly an outstanding sequel to the original Inside Out movie for sure. Everything with, of course, what I've actually seen by far, it actually does work well with some new ideas given to us for sure, but also know how to keep the love and spirit of the original Inside Out movie for sure, that I couldn't help but love and admire for sure, and definitely say that, yeah, I definitely love this movie as much as the first film for sure. So yeah, they actually did advertise this as the pretty much the most feel everything movie by far, and you know what? I believe that for sure. Yeah, it definitely knows how to be pretty much a spectacular movie, and it knows how to be emotional and heartwarming for sure, and that's something that I actually got by far for sure. So yeah, I guess there's no doubt in my mind that I do highly recommend this movie all the way for sure. Yeah, chances are I think this is not only a pretty much a really great sequel to one of my all-time favorite Pixar movies for sure, but I can definitely go and say by far that this is most certainly one of the best movies that I've actually seen for this year so far for sure. So yeah, I do think this movie is actually well worth checking out for sure, and I do highly recommend it for sure, whether it be with kids and parents that actually want to check it out, or longtime fans of course, the first Inside Out movie for sure. yeah, there's no doubt in my mind that I think you're definitely going to get something really great by far, and and yeah, I guess since after what they've actually been through last year, I think this is actually a really great start to, of course, Disney actually making a massive comeback for sure. So yeah. Will their later films come out later this year will actually be on the same level as this one? Only time will tell, of course, that front for sure, but we'll definitely have to wait and see. But until that comes around, if you actually are in for something that'll get you pretty much laughing with joy and crying sadness, or any other emotion that you're actually feeling for sure, then chances are, I think you're actually going to be in for one emotional roller coaster with this amazing sequel for sure. So yeah, much like the first film, where of course it's a brilliant film back then, it's a brilliant film now, I think the same thing can be said for Inside Out 2, where of course the first film is of course, the first Inside Out movie is a really spectacular movie by far, with Inside Out 2 being of course a spectacular sequel by far. So yeah, that's of course what I can say, of course, that front. So yeah, for my final score, yeah, I am definitely proud to say that I'm going to give Inside Out 2 an incredible 9.5 out of 10 as my final score by far. Like I said, this is not only a really great follow-up to, of course, the last film that we got 9 years ago, which was actually well worth it by far, but I can definitely go as far as I can say that this is definitely one of the best movies that I've actually seen for this year for sure. And yeah, I do think it's actually well worth the watch for sure. And I do highly recommend checking this movie out for sure. And by all means, if by any chance Inside Out 3 actually comes out pretty soon, you bet I'm actually gonna be there to actually see for sure, because there's a lot of interesting ideas that still can be explored more for sure. So yeah, but until that day comes, I say Inside Out 2 is definitely the most anticipated movie that I know hands down that you're not only gonna pretty much go see for yourself, to which I still recommend you do by all means, but you're actually going to be in for a really fun and yet emotional roller coaster with this one for sure. So yeah, it's pretty much what I can say of course that front. Yeah, there we go, finally done with it. Alright, so I guess on that thought, that'll pretty much do exactly that for sure. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching this latest thoughts video, and by all means, I must ask, what do you think of Inside Out 2 if you've actually seen it? Do you absolutely enjoyed it and you think it's pretty much as great as the first film, or do you absolutely hate it and think it's another Disney slum by far, much like there are films that came out last year for sure? Or are you somewhere in between where you actually think it's alright for sure? So yeah, let me know in the comment section below on what you thought of Inside Out 2 if you've already seen it. I would definitely love to know for sure. So yeah, that's pretty much what I can say, of course, that front. Thank you guys so much for watching this latest thoughts video, and well, I can't fully guarantee, of course, what's going to be happening for the next thoughts video for sure, because yeah, chances are the next couple of weeks, right up until this month ends for sure, might be a little bit busy for me for sure, but I'll be sure to let you know on if there's any new movies that'll be coming out for sure, or some other ones that might be coming out that I do think will be worthy enough for my next thoughts video for sure. So yeah, that's of course what I can say, of course, that front. But until that comes around, thank you guys so much for watching, and as always, I'll see you in the next video. Take care. What? A bogus ending to this thoughts video? that's never even heard of for sure. Well, anyways, I just wanted to get this out real quick before the video ends for sure. Just to give you guys a little heads up on, of course, a special event that I'm gonna be going to on Saturday next weekend for sure. So yeah. Right around, of course, Saturday, June the 22nd from 12 p.m. All the way till 7 p.m. I'm going to be attending a free RPG day over at Area 51 and the Crow's Nest online for sure. And yeah. If you've never even heard of pretty much Area 51 and the Crow's Nest online, I do highly recommend checking the place out for sure. It is, of course, a really a great shop with all sorts of great stuff that you can imagine, like, of course, board games, trading cards, Magic the Gathering, Dungeons and Dragons, and of course some really awesome great stuff that you can actually get your hands on for sure. And yeah, as I've actually mentioned, they're going to be having their free RPG day right around on Saturday, June the 22nd coming up for sure. And luckily enough, I'm actually going to be there because, well, I'm going to be volunteering to, of course, host a cosplay contest there alongside another cosplayer named Crow for sure. So yeah, it's actually going to be a really great time by far, and yeah, I say it's definitely well worth the checking out for sure. So yeah, once again, free RPG day is going to be happening at Area 51 in the Crow's Nest online, which is over at the Cortland Corset building over in Cortland, New York, on Saturday, June the 22nd from 12 p.m. all the way until 7 p.m. So yeah, now you might be wondering to yourself, am I gonna pretty much filming a convention vlog for that said event, or maybe a bonus video for sure as something a little miscellaneous for sure? Well, I can't fully guarantee a full-on convention vlog on that because yeah, I think it's more like an event for sure, rather than a full-on convention, but hey, if I were to actually do a video revolving around that, I'll do something fun for sure, but you'll definitely have to wait and see on that. So yeah, like I said, everything you see here on screen is available for you to check out, and I highly recommend checking out Area 51 and the Crow's Nest online if you haven't already, and I'll definitely leave the link to their stuff for sure for you to check out for sure. So yeah, I do highly recommend it for sure. And if you actually do drop on by, make sure to tell them that good old Ackleyattack has sent you over there for sure. So yeah, and of course, if you're lucky enough to go to the event that'll be coming up on Saturday next weekend for sure, then by all means, come on up to me and say hi. I would greatly appreciate it for sure. So yeah, with that being said, that's pretty much about it. Thank you so much for watching, and yeah, that's pretty much what I can say, of course, that front. So I'll be sure to see you in the next video for sure. But for now, I think it's about time that we thank my lovely supporters on my Patreon for sure. So yeah, I'll definitely leave you at that. Take care. Special thanks to all of my supporters on Patreon for making today's video possible, including my top tier supporters for this month, VD. So if you want to be like these guys and show your support to us, then go to patreon.com/AckleyattackTV to pledge now, do so, and get some awesome rewards within your budget. Hey guys, this is Ackleyattack4427 here. Thank you all so much for watching today's video. Feel free to like, comment, and share if you enjoy what you're seeing. If you like what you see here and want to see more videos coming up, then go ahead and hit that subscribe button and switch on the notification bell to get notifications, and select all notifications to be notified for when we post a new video. And don't forget to switch on notifications on your phone as well. Also, don't forget to check out my second channel and our 2-member channel with Sam the Thomas Fan 1, SamAttack4427 The Thomas Fan 1 Productions, for plenty more content you can't find on here. You can check both of our channels out with the links or by our handles provided on screen. Feel free to shoot me an email with my email address provided, Ackleyattack4427's@hotmail.com, if you want to ask me a question, want to collab with me for a project you've got in the works, or if you want to book me to be featured for a convention coming up. Follow me on my social media pages on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram to keep up to date with me on updates, announcements, and new releases of my videos, as well as plenty of others I've got with my handles provided, as well as the links down in the description box below. Also, don't forget to follow me on TikTok for other videos I've got aside from the ones I've posted on YouTube, and on Twitch for any future live streams I've got coming up soon, as well as joining our official Discord server to see what we've provided. If you wish to show your support to me, then feel free to check out my Patreon to get sneak peeks of my videos coming up before they go up online, as well as getting access to updates and playing more, in addition to getting some awesome rewards within your budget. Also, don't forget to check out and show your support to me on my wishlist on Amazon, and even supporting me at streamlabs.com/AckleyattackTV/tip that you can find in the description box below, as well as on my Twitch page. And in case you can't find any of the links that are provided, then not to worry about a thing. All the links and stuff are also provided on my link tree that you can also find in the description box below, as well as a few selected number of my social media pages. Other than that, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll be sure to see you in the next video. Take care.